Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, it's Regit and welcome to the first of our true formings of Update 6.10. The new cats, what have a third form now, are going to be what here on the... What was it? What someone said? A patch note YouTube channel. So, in the previous video, which actually, I don't know if I should bother making anymore. I don't know if anyone cares. I mean, I know you watch them, but, you know, not in as great a volume as you'd watch these. Is there much point me doing overviews? I mean, I sort of like going over the sort of lesser stuff that each little thing can't be its own video, but I group together into a video to recognise, like, ads for cat food working again, new user rank rewards, stuff like that. I want to do that, but do you guys want that? Maybe I should just, like, do a whole kind of update summary after everything else. Let me know what you think in the comments. In any case, as I was saying, in the previous video, I outlined that there would be a poll on the Twitters as to what cat I should true form first, or whether I should do Stories of Legend. And the results are in. White Rabbit, true form, was the victor of that poll. I mean, I thought that was going to happen. It's pretty likely. I mean, who would want a swimmer cat true form video from me? I mean, there already is one, so, like, there's clearly no point anymore. So as not to disappoint, I'm going to be true forming my White Rabbit, because, well, I mean, you know, I don't feel like it needs a true form. The thing with Dark Heroes is that their true forms aren't necessarily better than what came before it, because the thing with Dark Heroes is they fundamentally change as of each form. They don't necessarily get better. They'll be better at some purposes than their other forms, but, you know, like Catman doesn't get a stat increase, he just changes slightly what he's good against. So Angels in the Dark Catman form and in the normal Catman form, floating. Same with White Rabbit here. White Rabbit is, what I think most people would agree, by far the better of the two forms, because it can slow Alien and Red with 100% chance. The Black Cat, strong area damage, like, no one cares, mate. It's like when I upload a Mario Kart video. But I'm interested to see what the true form of this exciting being will be. So I'm going to tap Evolve. It's the Grey Fox. The true form evolution gains the ability to knock back and weaken Red and Alien enemies. Knock back and weaken. Well, I mean, knock back, that sounds fairly good. So, essentially, it's like Dread Pirate Catley. And it's also a Regit channel meme. Like Dread Pirate Catley. There's the Black Cat. Not even going to evolve the White Rabbit. I mean, that just seems wrong, doesn't it? But it doesn't really matter, because it's now grey. And has purple shoes. Well, isn't that an interesting one? You know, that character sort of reminds me. You guys remember, like, every Chalola video ever? Commander of the FOX Intelligence Agency, she ruthlessly directs a global network of expert killers. Area attacks knock back and weaken Alien/Red. Well, somewhere along the line I've hypermaxed this. I can't remember what for. Generally, my Ubers, I'll only hypermax them if there's a specific reason I need to. Like, I can't do a level without hypermaxing my Ubers. Just so I don't trample through the game with absolutely no room for upgrading my cats. I could level up my cats, but I've done the level without having done so. Gives me a really tiny moral high ground. It's like no gacha, but for people who can't play the game. So, I've just been quickly looking over levels, working out what I can try and do, because I mean the event stages are pretty bare. I've just kept from finishing sprung, so I can use it as an energy refill. I did have an idea, and I can't see it ending very well, but I think it's a kind of noble thing to do, given the contextual significance of White Rabbit on this channel. I'm going to be trying 2-star late Stories of Legend again. So a reasonable thing to do might be to use my video that I did on these first 2 levels in this subchapter to try and use it as reference to do it again. But I can't really be bothered. I remember using Mag Aphrodite, so I'm going to use that as a basis for how we do in this. Can't see that ending massively well, but what is this channel for except for failure? I mean, I need a unique selling point. Right, so that's Project A, and there's Gregory. Luckily, I still have Loincloth in my lineup, and that is a barrier breaker. I mean, blue is a barrier breaker as well, but I think because Project A's there and it'll just probably decimate blue anyway, we're going to start off with Loincloth and work from there and make sure to actually meat shield in front of Loincloth. Regit, you silly boy. And also, worker cap. I need to remember that upgrading that isn't necessarily that important. From the studies that I've done, it really doesn't increase your income as much as we all thought it did. Oh, dear me. I mean, that's just not a great start, is it? Right, we got him away. Now, a small matter of monies is the only issue standing between us and victory now. We have a huge clump of Project A's. Gregory's still alive, and that's clearly not going to work. You know, Gregory, I never really stopped to look at your face, but you look just about as miserable as me. Right, carefully meat shield cheaply as possible. Get blue, meat shield for your life so that Gregory doesn't hit the base and doesn't in-range us. Barrier is broken and Gregory is slowed. Okay, that means we can engage battle stations, money-creating stations, and hopefully this time we'll be far better prepared to get Mag Aphrodite and all of that sort of stuff. Now, it has occurred to me that I haven't really got anything massively, incredibly anti-alien-y damage-wise. I mean, our White Rabbit True Form is for knockback and is more expensive than Mag Aphrodite, which we were going to save up for anyway. So we're going to have to kind of blag this one. Hope that blue doesn't get killed by the Project A's before it can kill Gregory. And it's another hope. I use the word hope a lot, I know that, but that's all I have. And actually, you know what, I don't even have hope at this point. This is a car crash. What about just letting Gregory hit my base? How much damage does he do? This is about 15,000 a time or something like that. So I mean, it's already down at 26 when we can afford Mag Aphrodite, which means that, well, she'd be utterly useless. We won't be able to afford Grey Fox, which we'd arguably want. So that's a great start. I am really enjoying this. Maybe I'll try and fight him a bit further out so that we don't get knocked so far behind. Do you think that'll work? I don't know if it's going to have a huge impact on saving up for blue. I feel like it will. And yeah, we're back like exactly where we were in the other try of the level. So, you know, I can't see this going massively well. I feel like I've said that about 24,000 times now, but at least I'm speaking the truth. There's not really much to commentate on when exactly the same thing happens every time you try it. I just have some kind of aversion to using Wretch Cats. I'm now just dual eraser meat shielding, because this is something I've seen a lot of people do, and because of the warping it kind of works. Well, theoretically, obviously not when I'm doing it, but maybe this time this will allow us to actually... What will it allow us to do? I'm saving barely anything here. I'm not really getting any monies. I am genuinely at a point where nothing I do works. Can blue get that shot? Blue can get that shot, but actually that makes no difference at all anyway. Fantabulous. I haven't even got to test Grey Fox at all. And if you think this is just shoddy video making, see it as an insight into life. What you want to do, you won't be able to do. Because life is a miserable charade and maze of utter rubbish. And it will divert you from doing whatever you want. Because whatever you want to do, you know, typically that's a good thing. And life is not good. Why is he on the base? It just doesn't logistically make sense. Screw you. I'm not even going to make some kind of comment about how he's phasing through my meat shields, because that will just have the mick taken out of it. I'm losing energy and being botheredness at this point, and I'm about to lose in-game energy because I will have to give up. I hate having to give up when nothing has been achieved in the level at all. It just feels so utterly pointless. Again, a fantastic metaphor for life. So, I looked up the video. I had a Bahamut when I tried it, and that, you know, eventually led to some kind of working strategy. In this, the enemies are more difficult, and I do not have a Bahamut with me, which just makes it entirely pointless and ridiculous. I'm not entirely sure why I'm bothering. Like, he still gets on the base. Like, honestly, Gregory, screw you in every possible way. I do not have time for you. I really don't. Good wave there from Manny Macho Legs. Keeps Gregory back a bit. Will blue land a shot? Of course blue will not land a shot. I forgot this is real life and not dreams or expectations or aspirations. This is the truth. The miserable, horrible truth where nothing ever works. Little PSA, like, I know I'm a bit of a meme, time in the Battle Cats community about, I don't know, how bad I am, how terrible of a person I am, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But you've got to remember that this is the entire process of trying to beat a level. When you're watching some tutorial or maybe even some other video, you got to bear in mind that they can have edited out as much as they want to of failing it and trying things that don't work. So although I'm nowhere near as good as people who are good at Battle Cats, you do have to remember that this is the whole entire story and features every little checkpoint of failure before we get to the end camp of success. What a load of corny rubbish. Right, this time I've completely revamped it. I put a Bahamut in, so at least we can try what we had before, and now I have legs for days. The knockback up, because Grey Fox knockback, and that will help it demonstrate it well, I hope. I've also put Castaway in, so that we can deal with Gregory, hopefully. And also True Form me, because Nimoy Ball would probably gonna wanna slow that, and, you know, stuff like that. And I think now, look at that! Gregory is so beautifully under control. Oh, it's so nice not to have you hitting me, Gregory. You know, when you shut up, it is a glorious moment. Right, and now they're not actually hitting our base after the knockback, which is a good start. I'm trying to go minimal meat shielding so that we can afford Mag Aphrodite. I'm slow beaming all of these so that they just take longer to get to us. And that's about it. Now it's the hoping stage again. Tiny bit of meat shielding, hoping that we proc enough. Meg Aphrodite, meat shield as much as I possibly can. Gregory has still been stopped. Excellent. And the purple rains down. And I think, unless anything goes especially wrong, we are now officially sorted. I mean, Castaway, yes. True Form me, yes. And now we can get the Grey Fox for the first time in the video and actually see it in action. And there we go. Nimoy Ball flew back. I mean, we can only just about see Grey Fox behind Meg Aphrodite, but there she is. Stand and do another attack, and look at that, it shoots things. And actually, ironically, it completely missed both the enemies there, but it just goes to show, you know, with a bit of effort, you can succeed. I have achieved something after nearly half an hour of recording. Grey Fox, in a video about Grey Fox. I still think I prefer White Rabbit though, just because it's White Rabbit, you know? This combo system makes absolutely no sense. So I put together a strat. I put my Moby Dick combo in, and then I put Sister Act in the two remaining spaces, just the way that apparently you're supposed to. But no, it's kept two of the units in the Moby Dick combo, and just kept a random Macho Leg Cat in there, because that's fun, isn't it? Like, am I misunderstanding this, or is the combo placement system just, well, it just doesn't work? Right, Virtual Harvest. I am in absolutely no way looking forward to this. I remember the last time I did it, it took a very long time. I mean, I was incredibly glad that I managed to do it, but it wasn't a very fun experience. And then putting that into 2-star, I can't imagine that being a very fun experience, but Grey Fox has an effect against Alien and Red. And Virtual Harvest has plenty of red in it, so without further ado, into the battle we go. Yay. Oh, no we don't. Incorrect canon. Right, okay, so we have Sister Act and Moby Dick, as previously discussed, and then some other stuff as well, which I think I'm a bit late in actually spawning. But anyway, apparently, the idea is to rush the first few one-horns with a Bahamut. That was, well, what I got from Woofer tutorial, which means that this is going to go horrendously wrong. I'm going to question why it's gone horrendously wrong, and Woofer's going to find that funny. Business as usual. Reason for it to have gone horrendously wrong, I think, here would be that I've started it too late. So, you know, maybe I've given myself a reason already. Maybe that's a better way to do it. You know, maybe I think I should just go around thinking of ways that I can be wrong before I've actually done something right or wrong. I mean, that is incredibly diplomatic. Right, okay, the order of action is Manic Island, Rocat, a Bahamut. Let's do that. Oh, another reason why I could be wrong, Woofer's tutorial is a 1-star tutorial, and this is 2-star. So even though my cats are higher leveled, it's obviously not going to be applicable in any way. Right, okay, and go, a Bahamut. Do your stuff, hit things, do loads of damage, and do us proud. No, don't get knocked back by a snatch. That's not exactly doing us proud. Hitting one-horns and killing one-horns is doing us proud. No, getting knocked back by a snatch is not doing us proud. Hitting one-horns and killing one-horns is doing us proud. And of course, there's my Wombo combo cannon, yes. Wow, I'm so happy. This is one unholy mess, this really is. Oh, just as I say, that one horn dies, right. Do your thing. Oh, look at that was a knockback. Grey Fox has successfully done something. Well, if, you know, nothing else good happens, which is how life usually goes, we have incorporated Grey Fox into this level. Oh, I'm having a great day. Reason I could be wrong 3. I'm using different combos, which evidently, even though it's a defense combo and attack combo, makes me an idiot. Right, Abe Bahamut time. You go, Abe Bahamut, do some good things, hit some things real good, and yeah, that should get you started. That should get me started. And hopefully we're going to spawn some good things from this. Right, okay, so we've got a bit of money. We killed a one horn and another one horn. Okay, I think we might have finally started this off well. I'm going to get a Grey Fox. Hopefully it won't get sniped by Hacky. Honestly, I can see something like that happening. I think it's time for... Oh, Grey Fox is dead. How? I don't even care how. Whatever. At this point, I do not even care anymore. Other than that, things are getting pretty thin on the ground, and it looks like it's time to lose again. I mean, there's a lot of weakening going on. Rocat did an excellent job there, but is that going to count for much? Probably not, no. No. That's another one horn dead. Okay, that's good. Oh, they give you bags of monies, these things. I mean, that's probably a good argument for upgrading my worker cat so we can get a larger amount of monies upon death. But, you know, we got a little bit of base health up so we can let Hacky snipe us for a little bit. I'm going to let it take one more shot on the base so we don't get Abe Bahamut sniped, and then run Abe Bahamut in. It's also a good time because Lenoir's just taken the shot. Oh, that is the final one horn dead. That's the tacky knockback, but that's also Abe Bahamut dead because of Lenoir. And one more shot from Hacky, and we're done. But you know what? I don't really care. We came reasonably close, and what can I say? Was I really going to go through the rest of this subchapter in 2-star? No, I don't care. You know, sometimes in life, you just got to accept that things are rubbish and give up. It's quite cathartic, really. Reason 4 that I'm wrong, I'm using my cat cannon at the wrong times. Reason 5 that I'm wrong, I'm always wrong. If this video has done anything, I hope that it kind of teaches you an important life lesson. To showcase your new cat, you don't have to beat levels, you just have to see it showing some kind of merit within them. I don't know if that's a very applicable life lesson, but it's a life lesson nonetheless. And I've found Grey Fox to be quite good at that knockbacking. I mean, we did exemplify that effect in one of the levels, but not the other one, and the knockbacking still seemed pretty good. It was just outside the range. Oh, good knockbackage there, Grey Fox. Lovely stuff. Grey Fox, I'm sure it's great, and by nature of the fact of how dark heroes work, I can switch between any of the forms for when I need any of the forms, although let's be fair, no one ever uses Black Cat. I'd say overall that Grey Fox has been a fine true form. Nothing game-changing, but then again I wouldn't know anything about this because of course, rule 5, I'm always wrong. But after 54 minutes of recording my failure and trying to impart passive nihilist wisdom onto you all I have left to say is please subscribe if you'd like to. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by 2019. It's going to be a really difficult goal to meet. Every day we fall further and further behind the target for it. Do I think we're really going to make that goal? Absolutely not. But you know what? I feel like it might be helping, asking people to subscribe. And, you know, please do. It will hopefully aid the future of this channel. And even if we don't make that goal, we're going to need to be making some kind of goals. Otherwise, I'm never going to be able to make a living out of this. And my channel will just shrivel up and die like some kind of sad little plant that I've forgotten to water. So on that positive mental attitude note, this true forming of White Rabbit, a cat born out of getting over and over again, which has made me disappointed. Much like failure in this episode of battle catting has made me disappointed, and much like life has made me disappointed. So really, it's been the perfect test for White Rabbit's true form. That's just blag, it's probably really bad. I hope you enjoyed.